Hi everyone. Today I've come up with a heavy topic and a very sensitive topic, to be handled very sensibly. And that is how to handle grief in your children. When it comes to children, we need to be there with them in the grieving process. Because let's say if a sibling has lost a close sibling or a twin sister or a brother or anyone whom they have grown up with, it's very important because they feel very detached and feel very lonely. So the parents also have to involve the children in the grieving process and do activities together. And it is very important that parents have to remind, I wouldn't say like tough or you should not show your emotions. It's very human for us to show our emotions, but then you got to be resilient and act as a role model. You need to show what self-care is during these tough times. And if you ask the question like what is the time when the teen or our children would overcome this period of grief, it's again very unique, and you should not give them the goal that you can grieve for a month or you grieve for a week and then you should be fine. There is no goal setting to be done about how to grieve and all that. It is just left to the children and teens. If they want to grieve for a so and so time, they should be allowed and given the space. And the duty of the elders or the adults is to just walk along with them in the path and never tell them like, you should grieve this way, you should express this to me. All these instructions and advice is a big no. You just have to be there, present for them and walk along with them. That's the only thing we do. And one more important serious note of because what teens would undergo is that they may not want to talk about the person who deceased. They may have a lot of grief and they may be in a denial mode or a numb feeling, or they feel so angry when they talk about it, and they may question, they have existential crisis, they may question why God has taken, even the loss of a pet also, the children may get depressed. Why is this happening to me? Why God has done this to me? And the questions of religious things may come in, or philosophical questions may come in, and you should be ready to answer all these questions they are posing at you. And the moment they are able to talk to you is a very good sign, I should say. Or if they're going to keep very silent and, if their parameters, like if they're not eating properly, if their sleep is disturbed, or if they are crying a lot, or if they're resorting to substance abuse, or if they're withdrawing from family or friends, these are the red flags when they really need professional help to overcome. Because grief is like a 6 months, usually we say it is an average period with which people go and cross this very difficult period in their life if it is going through in a very healthy manner. But if it continues beyond that, then it may become depression. So this is the very important period where our elders shouldn't force the people, the teens and the child that you need to grieve in this certain way. You just have to be aware and be present for them, and also encourage them to talk about the loved ones. Not only about expressing their negative feelings about anger, guilt, or whatever they had, or what mistakes have they done, because generally children feel responsible for the loss of their elders, let it be suicide or even terminal illness, because they don't have this understanding, abstract knowledge. They think that they are responsible for the demise, and they would have seen the parents suffer, and they would have lost all their quality time spent with them, and their life is now vacuum. So they feel very angry and they feel agony. So at this period, it's very important that we need to slowly sit with them and talk to them about what these people mean to you in your life. What did you do along with them? What did you enjoy the most about this person? Maybe you can start the conversation by remembering a lot of fond memories about that dead person. Maybe you have to talk about them in a way, understanding their emotion, reactions. And when they are ready, probably they also can open up about their own feelings in a way where they can start discussing about the fond memories they share. And that is the point where we can put them into action also. So we can tell them that it's just that they are never going to be in our lives, but they can be fondly remembered. So we can think about planting a tree, and also we can think about writing a letter to them or volunteering services for any organization in their name. So all these are the fond memories of that they are your honoring the emotions and the kind of pleasant emotions what you shared with the loved ones. So whenever this kind of demise happens, people have this kind of existential questions, as I already told you. When that has to be handled, if you're a religious person and a spiritual person, maybe in Hindus or Christians or Muslims, whatever religious way you talk about death, it has to be done in a very careful and a sensitive way and a sensible way as well. So the children don't get into confusing statements and all that. Because in therapy, I've been seeing a lot of people who have lost their mom or dad in the age of 8, let's say. when they become married and all that, still they carry the traumatic feeling about what they've been told when they died. And that gets stuck in their head, and they always have the separational anxiety later in their lives. So this traumatic phase in their life of how to handle grief has to be resolved properly, else they might have issues in the future, as I already underlined very importantly. And sometimes a professional help also may be needed when you think that you cannot handle the teens' grief anymore. There are certain very good tips which you can follow to handle the teens' grief. One important thing is that you need to make the process very normal. Normalcy is the key. If the teen is made to feel special, okay, that you know you have lost your parent and we also have to take care of you, always treating them in a very specific way or a unique way is going to put them in a path that there is something happening to them and it's going to be with them forever. But if you're going to treat them as if the routine is going on and all the activities you can do together and just treat them normal, that is a very important healthy step, that how to treat this kid not in a very unique and special way, but to treat them normalcy is the key. And one important thing is to make sure that teens are having their social circle, because parents sometimes feel that one of the parent, if they have died and all that, they want their teen support and they want them to be by their side. As I already told you, the grieving is a unique experience. Some of them wants to grieve along with their family. Most of the teens want to withdraw from the family. They want to grieve along with their friends. And that is, I would say, it's a healthy way. But when the teen also withdraws from their friends, it's again a red flag. Maybe for some period of time they would do it, but if it continues beyond a point, then we have to take to this attention of a psychotherapist. So what really happens is when teen goes and talks to their and follows the hobbies with their friends, they slowly become more productive and they follow their routine and go on to the school and do their grades don't fail. So these are the constructive ways by which they can cope up with the grief. There are a few other ways, like talking about your emotions in a more healthy way and also resorting to support group. There is something called a support group wherein you'll find like-minded people talking about the people they've lost. So when they come to see the experiences of even more dreadful experiences, or where they could relate the experiences, then they feel that, okay, fine, I'm not alone. There are a lot of people who have passed through this stage. So this stage also can pass. It's a kind of positive feelings they might slowly get into, and also they would find that there is hope despite this loss of a loved ones. So, and they start getting into the routine and they start becoming more normal, and also they may sometimes feel selfish then when I feel like, my needs and desires or something, am I feeling selfish or am I very bad when I feel that, this person, I'm not getting the help of this person, my loved ones, and I still want to do my hobbies and I still want to do this kind of things. But we should always assure and reassure our children that it is okay to follow your activities, especially teens who wants to move on in their life should be really encouraged to move on and never to be pulled down saying that you should sit and cry. And they shouldn't be never questioned that why are you not feeling emotional, why are you always quiet. These are not the questions to be imposed onto them. You should only give them the communication channel is always open. I'm always available for you. At any point you can come and talk to me. And they should be always allowed to talk about anything and should be always validated that all your feelings are normal. It is okay to express what you feel. These are very important tips that adults in the family of children or teens who will be, maybe we are not handling it in a right way and it may leave a wound or hurt in their children's and young minds forever. So this video, hope it will be useful for you to redefine the grief experience, and also you can put all your religious and all the kind of experience which can put them into the right path of overcoming this very tough phase in their lives and go on, because after all life goes on, and after all we are not immortal and we have to go through this phase in a very healthy way possible. Self-care is the vital thing, and we should never feel selfish to take care of ourselves even during these periods, and parents have to be a role model and take care of themselves and show the path for their children and teen to grieve in a very healthy way. So this is a very sensitive video, so I don't want like people who are having this anxiety, death anxiety and feelings of abandonment and all these people to watch this video if you find this content very sensitive. And if you feel like it can help people's family who have lost their loved ones, who can handle their teens and children the right way, please do share this video. And I hope I can catch up it with another interesting video. Take care and have a very nice day. Bye.